Welcome back. You tune into Buy Now Sell Now, where we get all your stock-specific questions answered, and it is now time for us to get a live caller on board. This is Rekha, who's now calling us from Chennai. Hi, asking about Adani Power, CG Power, and Suzlon is what she's holding. She wants your advice if she can average in.
View on Adani Power, Avinash, what's going to be your take? And also, in fact, I want you to comment on the entire Adani pack, after the latest reshuffling going on by LIC, GIC and other important portfolios as well. How do you place all the Adani pack counters then?
No, I think, Kavita, from a longer term perspective, these companies are well positioned. But, considering the current market volatility, these are high beta names. So whenever the market corrects, these companies also correct sharply. So I think, investors should realize that if they have to put money in these companies, then they have to obviously face the volatility. I think within the Adani Group companies, we are positive on Adani Ports. We believe that this is one of the best proxies for the Indian economy because Adani Ports controls a large number of private ports, and I think the performance up to December has been quite solid. Not only the volume growth has gone up, but even the margins have stabilized. So I think if somebody were to take the next 12 to 15-month view, Adani Ports maybe in a staggered manner one could accumulate, but overall, if one were to ask whether the Adani Group qualifies as an investment now, I would suggest that it's better to stay put for some time, let the market settle down and the volatility get reduced. After that, I think you will get ample opportunities to get into these companies. So, at this point of time, maybe it's a little risky to put money immediately. But if somebody has a high risk appetite, then a staggered approach in Adani Ports at the current levels can definitely give a decent risk reward over the medium to long term.
All right, Avinash, thank you so much for that view. Andu Sharma from Ahmedabad, he says he has 600 shares of Lemon Tree Hotels that he's bought at a buying price of 140 rupees. What are the share prospects for the next 1 to 2 years, especially due to the possibility of holding company discount reflecting in the stock price after the proposed restructuring? Can I buy more into the current price or should I buy on dips? Firstly, I'll come to you, Avinash. Interesting question. Lemon Tree is the restructuring that we have seen. He's bought at 140 levels. He's sitting at a loss. But what is the prospect for the next 1 to 2 years post the restructuring? And then we'll come to you for the entry levels, Himain.
No, I think my sense is Lemon Tree qualifies as a very good investment. See, because first of all, in the hospitality space, in the affordable and the middle segment, Lemon Tree is a very large player. In fact, they have been adding hotels very aggressively. And over the next 2 years, room inventory is going to increase significantly. And now the latest move of restructuring, where Lemon Tree will become an asset-light company and the entire properties will be transferred to their group companies. The shareholders will be offered shares in that group company, which will be listed separately. So I think, if the investor has a slightly medium to long term call at the next 12 to 15 months, because this entire process will take a long time for this restructuring plan to get moving. So 12 to 15 months, if one were to hold on, I think definitely one could look at it as a very good long term bet in the hospitality sector. So I think not to worry in the short term, but longer term good value can be made.